Hi guys, Mrs. Giroux here on day 30. We're continuing our color unit, discussing the three properties of color, which are intensity, value, and hue. We're doing this because we aim to create original works of art and because color scheme knowledge is useful in life, and we discussed a variety of ways in which we'll be using color. So again, we are continuing our unit on color, and I'm going to go right over here. Sorry about that. Okay, so again, we're on day 30. And again, we talked about hue, intensity, value. We're going to do a worksheet practice. I'm going to show you what that was. And we shared examples around the room. Everyone participated with high intensity of a color and its opposite, which would be low intensity. So we talked about high intensity and low intensity colors. Then we reviewed the primary colors, secondary colors, low intensity, and how to create low intensity colors, piggybacking on last week's unit on mixing neutral colors. That's a hint. And we reviewed the complementary color sets and how to remember them, either by holidays or maybe sports teams. What do you think of when you have yellow and purple together? What sports team is represented? And that will help you. And then we're going to show you examples of hand op art, and we're going to get out our manila piece of paper that we prepared last week or a few days ago, and we're going to practice a variety of patterns, talking about what pattern is using primary colors. Okay, so we have definition for pattern. We've talked a lot about this. The pattern is everywhere in clothing, buildings, carpet, animals. You can see pattern everywhere. There's your good definition for it. Okay. And the first thing we did, we were given this piece of paper. We're not doing 100 colors, but we put our name at the top. And then we filled in the first 3 squares and labeled it primary hues. Hue is the name of any color. Then we went over here and we did the same thing. We put in the same order, whichever order they are, red, yellow, and blue, or in my case, red, blue, and yellow. That's fine, and we labeled that low intensity. We discussed how to create colors that have low intensity, and there you have it, low intensity colors. And how did we do that? We used the opposite color on the color wheel and layered those colors, so now that they are low intensity colors. So we went from primary hues right there to low intensity of the same ones. All right, the next thing we did, we filled in our secondary colors, and notice what they're under. So the green is underneath the red because red and green are complementary colors. The violet is underneath the yellow because yellow and violet are complementary colors. And the orange is underneath the blue because orange is a complement of blue, opposite each other on the color wheel. Next thing, we got out our hand picture on our manila piece of paper. We practiced drawing patterns on this one. We talked about how many different patterns could be created just using red, yellow, and blue, and a variety of widths of lines. We talked about rhythm and pattern in music, and that really helped everyone get the idea of how to create a pattern. Not allowed to use ABC, 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 or in other words, red, yellow, blue, red, yellow, blue, red, yellow, blue, red, yellow, blue. Very boring. They had to come up with something a little bit more complicated. And then we looked at all these different examples of the hand assignment in op art. That's what we're working on. Okay, and so today we started with our pattern in the primary color hand only. And we began this. So tomorrow we'll pick up where we left off. If you're finished, we'll go on to the next one for tomorrow. So hope to see you tomorrow.